Hello and welcome to another episode of No Time. My name is Obed Velez, and with me, the most interesting man in the world, Joel Young.
What's up, Nolo time? Obed, good to be back with you for a new episode this week.
We
Glad to
are
be here,
back.
especially I know plenty of stuff that we didn't get to cover last week. So, more so, I think the what's up here is going to be what's the primary part of the show. But as you can see from the title, an epic time indeed.
An epic time indeed, sir. Sorry about last week. Had an unforeseen engagement, and I wasn't able to make it. So, but hopefully you guys checked out my video of Epic Universe. So that's cool. Joel, real quick housekeeping. This Saturday we're gonna be at Free Play Florida, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna get you guys some a video from the event, and we're gonna try and talk to some people, and we'll see what's up. But it should be a great time. So Free Play is an arcade, I guess, convention that's been going on in Florida for a few years now, and they were gracious enough to give us press passes. So we
Yeah,
are definitely thankful, and we will be there on Saturday. So
100%.
yep. Cool, man. All right. Before I start talking about Epic Universe, because I do have a lot to talk about, sir. You want to talk Star Wars Visions?
Yeah, let's do it. Have you finished it?
Yes.
Okay, so we both did. I thought so,
Other
yeah.
than the last episode, which was an acid trip, it was excellent. Yeah, and I don't want to say that the last episode was bad because I mean it had a
Yeah.
deep meaning to it, right? It's basically a stormtrooper that died in the Death Star explosion, and he's like his life is flashing before him in like a super like trippy way.
Yeah.
But just let's address the elephant in the room. The Stranger episode was phenomenal. That was so good. Shout out to all the droids. All the droids were goated. From the Strangers R unit to the R unit that turned into an armor to Billy to Teto, goated. Like all the droids were so good in all these episodes, and I really like that. So shout out to the droids. But yeah, overall, I think it was very, very good. That Ninth Jedi episode, again, looking forward to the actual like series because it was really good. And there were a few standouts. So for me, that one, the Stranger one, the one with the girl that the R2 unit turned into an armor, that was super fun. So there were some fun episodes here, but overall it was very good. A 6 out of 10 according to IGN.com. So, uh, so that's up to them. I would give it an 8. I would give it an 8. Yeah, it
It's
was
great.
it was good.
It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, what do you think,
Really
man?
good. Yeah, I liked it a lot too. I liked it more than last
I
Visions,
think so
season
too.
two. I think it was better than that. Not as good as the first go around of Visions, but I still think that that's not a knock on it at all. I think it was pretty good. I think the two episodes in particular that I just want to talk about is the continuation ones that had my attention, which was the very first one, the continuation of the episode from the first season,
Right.
with the samurai that essentially was a Jedi turned Sith hunter,
Yeah.
and I think that whole storyline, to me, and that being the first episode being the continuation, I thought that was the strongest one of what I had seen like for a first impression.
Yeah.
I really really found that one to be like fantastic.
It was the
Like
it was
I
the
was
more
locked.
yeah, it was the most developed one out of all of them. Like it had the
Yes.
more like character development. It had like really good character development throughout the episode. It was
Yes.
probably the longest episode out of all of them too.
I think so.
Yeah,
Very cinematic.
yeah, super cinematic. It was on point. It was so good. So,
Yeah, action's fantastic. The voice work fantastic. Art fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, really appreciate that one. I don't want to say too much more than that, but if you didn't watch season one, you should probably watch. Like that's the thing. Like some of these like you can jump in. You're like, oh, they're one offs. I could just jump in, just catch any of
yeah.
these. But with this one, you actually would have to watch first. And then, as you alluded to it, the Ninth Jedi continuation one. Like I think the Ninth Jedi is probably my favorite thing that has happened in Visions, like because I think that storyline should have been a movie, and we've talked about it on the show
Yeah, that should
beforehand.
have been
Like
in,
there's
that.
a
That
lot
should have
of
been the
really
sequel
good
trilogy.
source material. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. And so like that whole storyline, fantastic. I gotta say though, that episode did not impress me as much as I think some people did, and I don't think it was a bad episode by any means. I just think that it was more, it was necessary. It was necessary because they're doing ground building for the show that's going to come later on.
yeah.
So it's like what happened after and how she got there, cool. But to me, for a one-off thing, fine, cool. But I didn't feel as strongly about that one as I did with the very first Ninth Jedi. Like
Yeah. Oh, that was so good.
that storyline was insane. Insane. Like I highly recommend people go back to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, really glad to see that Star Wars has continued on with these visions and
Yeah.
continuing on with this series. I don't know that they'll do a fourth one. I don't know if they've said anything
I
about it,
don't.
but I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think they said that this may be the last one, but
This
not
might be
sure.
it. Yeah.
Um,
Because
the
it's like different than what if. Like what if, like with Marvel, if they
right.
whatever, like that was like a whole connected overall
Right.
storyline thing. But
That's
this
leading
is
up to
like,
whatever's coming up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is not the same with Star
No.
Wars. This has no connection to any of the cinematic stuff, just inspiration
Yep.
and alternate worlds.
Yeah. That other the episode that I really liked too was the smuggler. Again, I think that was the one by Trigger, and Trigger don't miss, and it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one was really good. I really like that
That
one.
was good too.
I think out of all of them, right, it took taking out the stranger episode, because that the art design is like next level on that thing. That one, this one, the smuggler had probably the best character design out of all of them. It was very very good. So yeah,
Yeah.
I was happy with it. It was good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I also watched Fantastic Four.
Finally.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. Hold on, Joel. Oh,
Go for it. The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
All right, all right, all right. I appreciate that the movie was less than 2 hours long. Not because I think that they did what they needed to do, right? That said, you know how I am. I think that maybe putting aside Black Panther, like this is probably the best art design that we've had in the MCU out of all the movies. Like I think the
Great.
set design, the art design, the costuming, it was the costuming on like Black Panther was next level, right? It is the same thing as like going back to like Visions. Like it's like Black Panther is like it's hard to top. Like that art design is really really solid. So, but I think that overall I really like the look of the movie. The look of the movie, the art design, the set pieces, everything looked really good, and I really enjoyed it. It was good. It was good. I really liked it, Joe. I really liked it. It didn't blow my socks off, and I don't know. Maybe because I had high expectations. Like it didn't blow my socks off, but it was good. Like I started thinking about it after after the movie ended. I was like, oh, this is like it's actually pretty good. Like they did. I think the pacing was excellent. Like this is like guys, stick to this pacing. Like you don't need to drag things. Like you gotta move it along. And I think this movie did a great. It didn't overstay its welcome. The acting was good on behalf of like everyone in the movie was great. I really like Ben. This is probably the best Ben we've had in live action for sure. I mean, compared to Fan Four Stick, of course, but Ben in the original movies it was fine, but this is probably the best Ben we've had. I think that they played it well with the reluctant uh, Reed, because Reed Richards usually is like, "Oh no, this is the thing. Like we got to do this thing because this is the thing, right?" And make the calculations and let's go, let's do it, right? Here is like, yeah, this is the calculations, but I don't know if we should do this, right? And I like that they didn't make him this gun ho, kind of like what happened in Multiverse of Madness, where he's like, no, you're wrong, and like it's wrong, and this thing and that, like, right. That's usually how Reed is depicted, and I really like this, like, more like grounded Reed, where like, this is like a huge risk, like the numbers are good, but right, and I like that. I like that. I know that you may differ from that.
Oh, I actually feel the same.
Okay, yeah, and Pedro was
Yeah.
great, like phenomenal. He did a really great job. Um, I think Galactus, and I know why they needed to just get Galactus out of the way, because they're building up to the thing, and we needed to see Galactus. I like the
Scaled them down.
yeah, they scaled him down. They nerfed him quite a bit,
100%.
but
That's movie Galactus, not comic Galactus.
right, yeah. So it's like Kong, right? It's like movie Kong, and like the MCU Kong,
Oh.
and then
Yeah.
yeah. So, like, other than the Galactus thing, and it's like, because I do feel like it was a bit rushed, and I know why they did it. There's reasonings behind it, like story reasons. I like how at the beginning they gave us that intro, and they went through like the villains, and yeah, like they already took care of these guys, right? So. You don't need to worry about you don't need to worry about low hanging fruit. So yeah, so I like that. So it's that that was good. Like I wish other superhero movies would do that. I think Superman did it to some extent, where like, oh yeah, this, like, he already took care of all this stuff. So that was good. Yeah, I think the only thing again is Galactus, and I know like we gotta build up to the Avengers. And then we all know that the MCU is going to get reset after that. So we just needed to get Galactus out of the way. I mean, that said, it was fine. He looked good. Silver Surfer looked really good. Like, I don't know, no issues there. And the actress was great.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
see, no. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I think MCU did okay this year, sir. With Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. Yeah, I think we're fine. Now that said, now that brings up the expectations for what's coming next, right? Because now we got Spidey and Avengers, and that's about it, right? Daredevil in between, I think. So.
Yeah, I think there's those Daredevil is still next. Is that next year? March, right? It's March next year, I think,
yeah.
next season, because they already filmed.
They're already done.
And then and then Spider-Man would be our summer flick, which I was actually talking to somebody who knows people at the Sony office, and
the Sony
spoke
office.
very highly.
Oh.
Spoke very highly. Sony Pictures spoke very highly, but just to jump in, and I've talked about Fantastic Four similar to you, but now that you've seen it, yeah, I do believe that they didn't treat the audience like they were dumb. Like James Gunn has talked about that a lot too. Like he's starting to do their DC as well, and it was like it's an origin story. Don't get me wrong, but like they definitely took on some of the stuff that already happened, and they made sure people know. Like, yeah, we're still continuing this. This is the same people but different setting. The aesthetic and the quick catch up, like you're saying in the beginning of this is where we're at, was just super smart. And if you're watching this movie, you probably already were very much anticipating it. And you said it beforehand. You thought that it was good. It wasn't great. I told you ad nauseum on the podcast, I was looking for 8s, not 10s. That's exactly what this movie is. It's good. It's a good movie. That's solid. I had a good time. It's not a bad thing at all.
Oh, not at all.
Doomsday needs to be a 10. Like, there's no way around it.
There's no way around
that movie has to be a 10.
Yeah.
But with But yeah, with this, no, we'll be fine. I think this is good. And then we'll find out later on, how things go with the with not just Doomsday but Secret Wars and how it all connects. But Marvel, I think, going out on this one
Yeah.
and continuing on, great. You look what they're doing on television, different conversation, right? We
Yeah.
unfortunately
Yeah.
not that good.
Oh, and Daredevil. Daredevil
I
was
don't know if
great.
you've
So.
seen. Daryl's great, but like, I don't know if you saw the trailer for Wonder Man. Okay.
Oh
It
yeah.
didn't really get me super
Oh,
excited.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a no
It's not,
for.
it
It's a
doesn't
no
interest
for
me.
me,
Doesn't
dog.
yeah. Like, I'm gonna watch it, but it doesn't get me excited. I want something that gets me excited,
Yeah.
Obviously Ironheart, I felt about that. But
Yep.
and then the post credit scene, obviously absolutely
So
phenomenal for this movie, connecting as well to what you got with
right.
Thunderbolts.
And but then that's the thing, right? Like we didn't get the why from Thunderbolts. Because
Yeah.
Thunderbolts end with like, hey, there's this thing coming out. Hey, it's in an alien ship. No, it's from like another like dimension. Another, but we didn't get that here. So I kind of like I was left waiting for that. Kind of, I was like, well, that was kind of like a letdown. Like they didn't show us how they made it to, the other Earth. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I was like, they should have just like they teased it, right? I don't know why they didn't give it to us here. So that was a bit
Yeah.
strange. Yeah,
No, it was strange.
yeah, but it was good. I enjoyed it, man. It was pretty good. I think I enjoyed that it was self-contained. Like it didn't touch anything that's been going on in the MCU. It was its own thing, and it worked out. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. So, and like I said, yeah, everyone was good. I appreciated that it wasn't super long. It was
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed it. So,
No, I understand.
all right, sir.
No, I'm glad. Glad to. Let's get into Epic Universe. Actually, no. Before you do that, can I
Yeah.
talk about one small independent movie
Yeah, go ahead.
that I got to see?
Oh yeah.
Predator.
Yeah,
Predator.
let's go.
Yeah, I got to see Predator Badlands. Same director from The Prey, to my understanding. Continuing on here.
Yeah.
Obed, like honestly,
I heard
really good.
I heard like really
Like
good things.
really
about
good. Like you need to see this.
Yeah,
You need
yeah,
to put your home theater surround sound on
Yep.
and just sit back and have a good time. PG-13 for a Predator movie, big deal, obviously. But no, this is phenomenal. Like they hit it out the park, and so I'm just glad that everything everything with that movie seems to have good word of mouth. I'm hopeful people keep going on watching it. Supposedly one of the highest grossing openings for the Predator series. Because I was concerned financially how it would do based on some of the projections. I mean, like someone told me this. They said it's no Dune, but it's really good. I'm like, yeah, like Dune is trying to go for awards and stuff.
Right.
It's different, like science
It's a
fiction still,
yeah.
but like different there.
Right.
Like this is just like it's good to have movies that you can just go and have fun with.
Yeah.
And check out of the real world. Like we talk about it, we're like when you want to like escape the real world and the problems of the world that we face, and like
Right.
you don't want to be sad and whatever. Like this is just a fantasy world with fantasy rule, and you just watch this thing. So, yeah, that's the review I'll give to it. Good end credit scene, and
Man, that's
clearly
like,
there will be more.
that is like it ain't no Dune. There's like going to watch like I don't know, like going to watch Thunderbolts and saying after the movie's done, well, it ain't no Dark Knight, right? It's, it's come on, guys. But no, that's good. I heard really good things about it. I'm really excited to watch it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard like coming from like hardcore Predator fans, they were like, "Oh yeah, this is really good." So, yeah, and again, I don't know, have I told that story in the podcast? Probably, maybe. It's like I remember going to watch the original Predator in the movie theater, and I was like 6 years old. I was like
Yeah,
6 years
kid.
old, and I'm seeing
Nobody's
this.
built different.
Bro,
Nobody's built
yeah, we
different.
were built different back then.
Yeah.
It was something else. I mean, I
born in
had
the
my
rebellion.
eyes closed for over half the movie, right?
I'm
Because
sure.
I, like watching someone get disemboweled didn't bother me as much as like an ugly monster. So, it's, man, like we 80s kids, bro, we're messed up.
Right.
Thanks, parents. Oh,
Yeesh.
bro. But yeah. So Epic Universe. I want to get one thing out of the way first because I mentioned it to you. Um, at the I mentioned it to you when we talked yesterday. So all things considered, I think that um, Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios um, is is very well made.
Yeah.
It's its own thing. It's separated from the rest of the park. You know, you have to go through entryways to get to Galaxy's Edge, and and I think that they maintain the immersion very very well. So take the concept of Galaxy's Edge and do four separate areas in the park. So, they're all connected to this main hub, but when you go into these separate areas, they're all like very immersive um sections. Like you can't like the best way I can describe this is I can't see the teacups from Space Mountain, right? That sort of thing. Like no, you can't see like different sorts of rides from where I am. And that's basically is Epic Universe. So um, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Super Nintendo World. I loved it. It was great. It was great. I cried.
Time wasted.
I walked
Good.
in and I teared up, and it's sensory overload, man. You walk in and you see all the again, like my complaint with Epcot that there's like no, it's dead. Is you walk in and it's a dead park. Um, Super Nintendo World is the complete opposite, where you walk in and there's so much life in that area and dynamism, and the music is loud and sensory overload, dude. It's like it is very well executed, very 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 well executed. Um, a lot of attention to detail, like they. You can tell that Nintendo got really involved, and the attention to detail was like top notch. They in both areas, in the Mario area and the Donkey Kong area, like there's attention to detail, there's Easter eggs everywhere, and it's very very well executed. um I there's so we'll go through the rides and we'll talk about the things, but um yeah, walking in, and we didn't do too much wait. It was actually quite good. I think we waited at an average of about an hour per ride. It's not bad. And we spent the entire day. So we got there early, before the rides actually opened to the general public, and we stayed until 8:30 at night. So we spent the entire day. Um, so the Donkey Kong ride's really good. It's super fun, and the way they execute the the jumping and all that on the mine is really good. Super cool how they did it. Again, immersive, and there's Easter eggs, and Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are there. It's super cool. It's super fun, right? It's great. And then here's where the problems start with Super Nintendo World. There, we went to the Yoshi ride. I wasn't expect. I've already heard that Yoshi ride is more like a kid's ride. I wasn't expecting to be blown away. In my opinion, it's still better than like the Navi River at Animal Kingdom. That's a terrible ride. It's a terrible ride with a very impressive animatronic. But here's where the problems start, because the Yoshi ride, most of the ride is outside. I don't think that when they built the cars for the ride, I don't think they took Florida weather into consideration, and the carts didn't work. There's a mechanic to the ride, and they were not working because water seeped in and it rains a lot here. So we're not in Osaka. We're not in Hollywood. Like it rains a lot here, and the sun gets really hot. so so you can tell that those cars were not built for the weather, and and some of the Koopa Troopas were not built for the weather either. And that's a problem that could get addressed, right? And that's that's fixable. That's not you pull the ride down for a few weeks while you figure out how to weatherproof what you need to weatherproof, and you fix it. Um, it's no problem there. We went ate at the Toastal Cafe. Um, they had a really good system to get you seated down, because they won't let you in. And it's like, oh, let's go hunt for a table like you do at Disney. Like they actually had like people like lookouts, like looking for a table
Yeah.
that you need, and they sit you down, and then they get your food. So you everything is mobile order. So you mobile order. Once you sit down, you scan the QR code on your table, and then they bring your food when it's ready. So very good. Food was good. It was fun. Super immersive again with the little totes on the windows, and so I think that, like, to me, bro, like that was the best part. Like that Toastal Cafe was super cool. Like the way it was very well executed, very well done, and everything worked great in there. So no problems there. And, all right, Mario Kart. So Mario Kart, the queue was great. Everything was great. It was super fun because there's tons and tons of Easter eggs everywhere again. Very well made, the queue area. And we get to the cart. Right? Like we get the cap on. We get to the cart. I had no problem fitting in. I know. Remember us talking about that when they first opened in Japan.
There was also issues in Hollywood, I think, too.
Yeah. So, so no, I had no. It wasn't. It was. I think I was tighter in Tron that I was here. It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I didn't. Tron. I'll probably ride the chariot next time. Um. But no issues feeding in. Here's the problem with Mario Kart. I think the ride itself is cool. Just because there's just a lot happening around you, right? The problem is that I don't think that those AR headsets are ready for prime time. They are too heavy, and just trying to move around with a headset and looking at where you need to point at your
aim with your head.
Yeah, the aiming with your head, they're too heavy for that.
Yeah, it's strange.
So I think that eventually, maybe like 2 years from now, when we can make that tech smaller and lighter, that's gonna be fine, right? That's again a thing that could be addressed in the future, but it worked. It's just uncomfortable. So sitting down was not uncomfortable. Moving my head with that heavy headset was. Maybe because I was wearing glasses. I don't know. Like it could be. There could be a couple things that could have made that, right. So, but I enjoyed it. It was cool. Like you go through, like, it's basically Mario Kart greatest hits, and it was fun. You know, we bought a band. We bought one of the band so you can get coins. So my daughter went around, got all the coins she wanted.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I got her the band.
Experience that feature, yeah.
Yeah, I got her the band, and she went around and looked for blocks and all that, and there's like little like corners that you go in, and it's like, hey, what's here? And you go walk in, and there's like a mini game in there. So it's super cool, man. Like that is super well executed. Again, I think that there were some considerations that need to be taken when it comes to adapting this to Florida weather, and it could be addressed. It's just weatherproofing and whatnot. But other than that, excellent.
Nice. Good.
The other ride that we were able to do was Monsters Unleashed. So that ride is sick, bro.
Yeah, animatronics really good.
Wow, bro. So the immersion, man. Like think Haunted Mansion, right? Um, because the queue is very reminiscent. Like the queues of the so this is what's fantastic about this park is that all the queues are inside basically, except for the How to Train Your Dragon area, which is all outside.
All right.
And man, you walk into the castle, dude, and the music, and then you see it's freaky. And, oh, so good, man. Like the immersion and the ambience inside the castle, and you see like the Frankenstein monsters, kind of like the plans and all that. Oh man, so good, dude. Um, and then you go do the pre-show, and then the animatronics, and I was like, what? That is so good, dude. My daughter was like, how do we make it look so real? I was like, I know, it's legit. Um, but that's nothing, dude. Like I was impressed by the pre-show, and then you go in. Holy crap, man! That ride is like it's relentless, and then it's not rough. It's not a rough ride. It gets you, moves you around and whatnot. Um, but it's not necessarily like extreme or anything. But just the visuals, and then it's super loud, which is funny because then I noticed that my phone had a through an alert for loud noises.
Wow.
I noticed that when I got here at night, I was like, oh, you were on loud. You went through loud noises like over 100 decibels on like
Wow.
for like 4 minutes, and I was like, what? That was the right.
Wow. That's because
It's
that immersive
it is
allowed,
super loud, like great effects.
Wow.
Everything worked great, dude. So
Good.
it
Good.
was insane. So my daughter didn't want to do any roller coasters, so we didn't do any of that. But like ultimately, we ended up spending most of our day at Super Mario. We spent from like 10 in the morning to like 5:30 in the afternoon, like all day, dude. Because there's so much to see and so much to do. It's like super cool, man. So it's Mario, bro. What are you gonna do? It's so good. But we went through the How to Train Your Dragon area. That's the more like outdoorsy area, and it was really nice. It was really cool. Again, well executed, and they had a cool ride, the roller coaster ride. But my daughter didn't want to ride it. She didn't want to ride the flyers either because she was like, "Oh no, it's too high. I got scared." I was like, "Okay, that's fine." But we took pictures and we went around the area. I was like, "Okay, let's go check the Harry Potter area." Again, wow, dude. Like this area, super immersive. It's like you actually left Florida and ended up in like fantasy France, basically. It is so good. Like and we went at night. Like when we got to that area, it was already dark.
So the
So
lights and
so the
everything, very immersive.
lights, it was super immersive, right? And super cool. We it was 6 o'clock, right? And we noticed that the line for battle of the ministry is it's 60 minutes. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do the ride, and then we go home after that. I was like, okay, cool. So we go in. The going in super immersive. You go in, and Joe, it's the best queue of any ride ever. Could it's something else. It is very, very, very impressive. Like Disney, like no chance, bro. Like there's nothing at
They
Disney.
spent their money. They spent their money on this
Yeah,
one.
there's nothing at Disney that comes like nowhere close, dude. Like nowhere close to this. It is
Wow.
something. It is like this is a theme park, dude. Are you serious? It is very impressive, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we do we do the line. We went through the queue. Um, we ended up only waiting like 40 minutes, and we were there for and we got to the boarding, right. Ride breaks, and we're right there at boarding.
That's tough. That's
So
tough.
ride breaks. They said brief delay. An hour passes, dude, and we stayed because we were
Uh,
right there before at
so
boarding.
close. So close.
bro. And then was like, let's go. Like we'll spend an hour here. Like we waited longer here for the ride to get fixed than we waited in line.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I,
I heard
I
that ride's not that great though.
so I talked to the team member and it's like, listen, you have on the PA. There's here's like here's where the story evolves into something else, right? The Epic Universe story. It's not negative, but you know me. I'm not one to start this sort of
Reasonable.
like crap.
Reasonable.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you. So I talked to the team members like, listen, you're saying it's a brief delay. Being here for an hour, that's not brief. Like 15 minutes is a brief delay. Like, and you guys are not telling us anything. And then, like we're following protocol and whatnot. It's like, I understand, but like if this is going to be a prolonged delay, why not get everyone out of here? And we can come back later. Just give us a pass and we'll come back later. We're right here, right? And,
Yeah.
tell us that it's going to be down for a while and you don't know when it's coming back. And I was like, yeah, we don't know. I was like, well, it's been an hour, right? As you kept us here, like, why not let us go? And, or tell us, it's like, hey, it's going to be a long time. You can go, come back, whatever. But like their communication was really poor. And the way that I understood what she said was that that has been an issue that has already been brought up to management where for some reason management does not want to communicate to the guest that the ride is going to be down for a prolonged time. And,
Wow. They
and I
don't
was like,
want
well, that's
people to
not good.
think worse and then they experience it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, well, that's fine. Let's go. So we left, and then I was like, all right, let's go stop by the Super Nintendo World shop that's like outside of the Super Nintendo entrance, and let's get stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
So we got there, we got a few things, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop by guest services on my way out. So I stopped by guest services. I told the lady that's there. It's like, oh, okay, well, there's no wait right now for guest services. If you want to go in, they'll take you in and you can, let them know what's going on. And so I told the lady, the guest services lady, it's like, hey, so, basically this is what's going on. And I'm not looking for you to give me anything. I just want you guys to give better service. Like, I just want this is a learning opportunity for you guys to be able to provide better service for your guest and, not let us know. Like, if it's a brief delay is 15, 20 minutes, not an hour and a half. Right. And, it's unfortunate that we had a great time throughout the entire day. And then our day concluded with that. And, I'm not looking for you to give me anything. I just want to give you feedback and hopefully you can better the communication with the guests and let them know it's like, hey, this is going to happen. We don't know when this come back up. Go and come back. Right. They ended up giving me something. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to use it, but, I just gave him the feedback. I was like, all right, well, that's it. And it was good. Like, overall, man, I really liked it. It's a beautiful park. I saw a lot of people complain about shade before. We didn't have an issue. We found shade and places to rest. There were plenty. There's a really good bridge, like, or the tunnel that links the Mario area with the Donkey Kong area. There's plenty of shade there. Like, there's places that you can get shade. It's not like some people made it feel like, oh, there's like, oh, we're dying on here. Well, maybe because you went in the middle of like August, so yeah. So we were not crazy. Weather was great, so we didn't have any issue with that. And I think overall, man, so it was not ready for prime time. Clearly there's something going on, right? Whether it be the Yoshi ride with, the mechanics on it not working, things going on with the Harry Potter ride. And, I think the monsters or the Dark Universe and the How to Train Your Dragon, those seem to be the ones that are like fully operational. Like there's some things in Super Nintendo World that were not, and I'm sure that those could get addressed easily. But then they gotta figure out what the heck's going on with that ride. So I was talking to someone in the office, and someone overheard my conversation and said that same thing that happened to you with that Harry Potter ride happened to me 4 times on the same day.
It's a trend.
Yeah. So, but have you heard? So, what's going on? What have you heard about it? Because I know that you have ears to the ground. You have insider info.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm more retired from that world. But what's going on with that?
Yeah, I mean, even from the preview when they were previewing it, like I had a couple people telling me the same thing that for pretty much the entirety of the time of the previews, they did not let people, except to very, very rare instances, ride that specific ride at the Ministry of Magic. And like it was a trend where a lot of rides had downtime, but that one was like completely down for like entire day. Like they didn't even try to bring it back, and they would just try and tell people like enjoy the queue. Then I've heard in general the ride itself isn't that great either. So it's like kind of tough because that queue was built to hold a significant amount of people, and it sounds to me like how you said, the queue is one of the best parts of that whole thing. Like it's almost like worth just going on that just to experience,
Just to see the queue.
The queue.
Oh, for
like
real,
they
dude.
spent more on that than they did on the actual ride.
The queue.
And
The
so,
queue is an
I think if you
attraction by
know that,
itself. Yeah.
yeah, and if you know that going into it, like, and you're a fan of the Potter series and the books and those things, that probably will make it even more cool. Like just in general, I'm sure anyone will love the art that they do, but like, someone who's a fan of the books. But then like you also factor in the aspect that if the ride itself doesn't have a huge like, oh my gosh, this ride is so amazing, telling people you need to get on it, then people keep having situations where it's being backed up, I'm sure it's gonna just affect them negatively in the sense that like people are not going to speak very highly of it. Like at least like Disney, probably the closest you can get is like Rise of the Resistance, where the ride starts in the queue and everyone talks about when you make it to the First Order, ship, and you're on that, and that like the doors open and you're transported to a whole new spot. Right?
So I think
like,
that
there's an emergent fact to that.
Right, and I think that's the only thing that's comparable to that, to the queue.
Or the closest, right?
Yeah, the closest. Yeah, and but even then, bro, like I love and
at Epic.
Yeah, it just had the way it looks. Like it's just like. Yeah.
My point was more so that like that's super cool, but then like the ride lives up. Like I think the Rise of Resistance ride lives up to like the queue. Like
Right.
the experience progressively gets better.
Yes. Yeah.
Like with this, from what I understand, people say the queue gets cooler. You got things that happen. You have the smoke and you get transported and whatever, and then the ride's like. Like
Really?
so like that's a tough thing to say, but yeah, I mean, regardless, it's great that like you love the Monsters Unchained that people kept saying was just, a lot of people said it's a show shopping one, like that's one of their more favorites. I've heard the coaster being like also like a common theme, everyone loving that one.
Yeah.
The main one, and then obviously anything Mario, Nintendo,
Oh
like
man,
just set a tent and sit out there.
that area was so cool, dude. Like I didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Like my wife was like, "Let's go see
Yeah.
the other things." Like, no, I don't
like
want to
this.
go. I don't want to.
Yes.
It's like home. It's like I feel like it did feel like I was like coming to like a part of me. Like it was like
Yeah.
closure for my childhood almost, and not necessarily closure, but like a fulfillment, right? You walk in and then you see the characters and you do the thing, and it is super immersive, and then the music, and oh man, and I think again the cafe, to me, that it was the best thing. Even if the food was just okay. No, actually the desserts were very delicious.
Good.
Yeah. So no, we splurged. It was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get the thing and get the desserts and get the drink, right? And we'll do the thing, because it's like we don't know when we're gonna be back. So let's do the
First
thing.
time experience, all of it. Yeah.
and we didn't wait too long getting into the cafe, but I think the sitting down, right, and then you have the music, and you have like basically like Mario's greatest hits, and the music, and then the little toads like walking by, and then you get attacked by Bowser comes in on the ship, and then Mario's like and then Luigi's like trying to find like pipes to go in. It's super cool, man. It's just, man, like that just the cafe itself was worth it. Like if you take the Toadstool Cafe and you put it like outside, I would just go to it because it was so good. It was so good.
They can out. They can put that out. Yeah.
Yeah. Like just that one thing was worth it. But I mean, you can imagine like it being like surrounded by this, all this like Goombas and piranha plants and whatnot. It was so good, man. Like it's super immersive, and I was super happy, and it was so good. Like a great experience. Like and you know the staff was well trained, and everyone was super nice, and no issues, man. And even the guests, like everyone was well behaved, and it was great. We had a great time, man. Like overall, we had a great time. But then we went through the Harry Potter thing, and I was like, kind of like a letdown, right? But then ultimately, I heard that the same thing. Like it's been ongoing. Like I would love to know what's going on. there has to be a major issue with that. Like I don't oh, and they turn on the lights, bro. That ride system. I think they were over what's the word for it? Over ambitious with the ride system. And it must have been a tech issue because they turned the lights on, the service lights, right? And I can see the cards and I can see the drive thing. And then they have a screen, like a status screen. It's blue screened. So it's like something must have something crashed. And so, hey, you know what? That's what happens when you run your ride on Microsoft.
Oh no, Microsoft! What are you doing? Found a way into the show.
If you use Windows on your ride system, guys, that's what's gonna happen, right?
Wow.
You ain't seen the ride system crash on a Mac.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just saying.
This episode's sponsored by Apple.
I'm just saying.
Call us.
I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness!
But that I mean, it was a very impressive like ride system. And it's like, what the heck? It's like it looks very complex.
Yeah.
And that's what I told the lady at the guest services. Like, hey, I'm in technology. I understand that these things are really complex. So I'm not blaming anyone for this. Like things go wrong, and that's the nature of technology. But you can communicate better and let us know. It's like, hey, don't waste your time. Go do something else and come back, right? But yeah. But other than that, sir, beautiful park. Highly recommend it. It's expensive because it's still they're not offering any like season passes or anything yet, so it's still very expensive. Not like I said, I think it's just the reason they're doing it like that. They're not ready for prime time yet. I think that they'll give it a year. They probably give it another year, and they'll be probably in good shape. So, but yeah, man, it was very good.
Epic Universe, epic time.
Yeah, it was great. All right, we got a couple things here. Super Mario Galaxy. So we got a trailer for Super Mario Galaxy coming out next April, right? April 2026. And super cool. They announced Brie Larson's going to be voicing Rosalina, and man, it looks good. It looks super fun. So not much to say there, man, other than I'm really excited.
I like the visuals of showing them jumping between worlds. Like the way that they creative and artistically kind of have the three-dimensional kind of jump and being shot through the stars to these worlds and slowly landing on them. Obviously, the continuation of the Bowser stuff really good. The Rosalina thing was like a fun little quick tease. It's Super Mario Galaxy. Like, how much of that game will they adapt? I want to see, but no matter what, I found it to be very good, very
Yeah.
interesting. So, not much to say aside from I do want to see more. I do want another trailer. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. But I'm still very excited just because I'm running off of the steam of the first movie that was really good, and this
Yeah.
this teaser looked really nice.
So, like, I think based on what we've seen and cues and Easter eggs that they've put out there, I think that this movie is going to be a hybrid of three movies. I think this is of three games. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be a hybrid of Super Mario World, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. So, because you have,
All good, all great.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you have cues to Super Mario World with the music on the teaser, and then you have Bowser Jr. with a brush from Mario Sunshine, and then you get Rosalina and the yeah, the world traveling and all that from Mario Galaxy. So yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. Super excited for it. It looks super cool. And yeah, so it just so happened that they were not planning on doing this, but um, someone got into the woods and grabbed some footage from leaked some I guess filming from the Zelda movie, and then
Yeah.
Nintendo came out and said it's like, yeah, like, here, have a picture, don't look at those. So they put out some official pictures of Link and Zelda, and for the movie, this is slated for, I think, April 2027, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, it looks like Link and Zelda. It looks good. So yeah, also very excited
Yeah.
for it. I'm also very excited. Now that one, I wonder what, because there seems to be multiple things going on here. There's like some Ocarina of Time with Impa that got leaked. There's some, like, Zelda's wearing her an outfit that's very similar to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the
Yeah.
Kingdom, and then Link
Yeah.
is wearing an outfit that looks like Twilight Princess. So I'm this one I have no clue where they're going with. So that should be interesting. But what do you think?
Yeah, I thought that the timing and the very brief image releases um, was obviously extremely calculated and extremely well done. Um, there's not much you can get off of just simply saying, "Okay, these people look like the characters," and that's great.
Yeah.
But I think that something to me felt like it felt very not like we're trying to make a video game, but we're trying to make a fantasy film. Like the look of it, I don't know
Yeah.
how to describe it, but if I had to compare it to movies and things I've seen, like it felt more. It felt, what movie would I put it
Narnia
with?
like?
Yes, more Narnia, less Warcraft. Do
Okay.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they could have gone like that kind of like CG heavy, like very like video game real world kind of stuff. They didn't do that.
Right.
But yeah, probably more. That's a good example. More Narnia. Like it's like we're trying to put something that's like grounded but believable fantasy. I don't know how to describe
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very strange, but I like it. It's art. I
Yeah.
like from at least just the image gave me that feeling.
And keep
When we see a trailer, we'll see. We'll
right,
see.
and keep in mind that the images that are out there because people were leaking, uh, filming out there, and Nintendo was like, no, like, have these pictures, be happy with this, right? So there's no composition, there's no, excuse me, there's no digital enhancing, there's no filters, there's no, there's no castle, right? Like, if you take that shot with Link and Zelda and you put, like, the castle in the background, then I know, like, people said a lot of people said it's like, oh, this looks like very plain. But it's like, well, it looks plain because there's like, they have to put this out there, right? There's no special effects added. There's no, no sets. So this is what they give us now. So I'm sure that they have a worry. They're executing a plan on this thing, and it's not these pictures. So these pictures are just to appease
Yeah,
the people that were
yeah,
leaking stuff, and the
yeah.
fans that they don't want the fans looking at that. They want them looking at their pictures. So that's essentially what it is. And yeah, I mean, it looks good. Yeah, I mean, if it yeah, it does give me like a Narnia vibe almost, and I think that's good. Like I think those first
Yeah.
two movies were pretty good.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
even the third movie, you can tell that
That's
there's
still not that
budget
bad.
constraints, but it's not bad. Yeah,
No.
so yeah, well, we'll see. Last bit of news, Joe. Is now it's not. Let's not talk about Xbox, but Steam. There were some rumors going on that they were working on a standalone machine that would be a console like experience, and they announced that the Steam machine is coming out next year. They said early next year, no price yet. But they are saying that it is essentially a consoleized PC that can play your Valve library or your Steam library. And um, yeah, basically it's the hybrid that Xbox is working on. They're saying that it's supposedly 6 times more powerful than the Steam Deck, and is going to have some FSR of some sort that will let you play your games at 4K. Um, I think this is very good. I think Microsoft's late to the party already. If this was their plan, see, and that's what remember what I was saying. It's like,
Yep.
and I wasn't counting on this being announced, but Microsoft putting their console out next fall. It's not it's not too far fetched. I think that could happen. Like based on what Valve is doing and putting this thing out early next year. So they said that it's compatible with PC accessories. I'm assuming that you can use Xbox and PS5 controller on it as well. They did announce a controller that is specifically designed to work with this device, and yeah, man, I think that this is a device that a lot of people were looking forward to. You can customize and uh, we have your Steam library and put it on TV and not having to worry about settings and parts and all this other stuff they need to worry about on a PC. And that's what Microsoft's trying to do. Clearly, Sony is going to have a different approach, and I think this next generation is going to be where gaming diverges. Like this is going to be a significant shift, and I don't know. Like we'll see where it goes, but it's clear that Valve and Microsoft have a vision. Sony has their own vision, and then Nintendo has their own vision. Um,
Yep.
I appreciate it because now we're back to not everything not being the same. So because in essence, like an Xbox and a PlayStation were the same thing. You just get different games, and then you get Nintendo's always been doing their own thing since 2006. But that generation, that PS2, GameCube, Xbox, essentially the same thing. Then they went a little bit different, but then Nintendo did their own thing, but Sony, Microsoft, they've always been the same thing. So they're doing something different. I think that's great, and they're all focusing on a different, um, I guess, audience. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be the next 2 years are gonna be very interesting. But I think Microsoft's gonna come out next year. Like if Valve comes out and this thing is priced aggressively, like if this thing is $600, $800, yeah, I mean it could be. They're saying that it could be around 800 when it comes out, which is like what the price of a PS4, a PS5 Pro. Um, so that's not out of the question, but we'll see what Microsoft comes in, what price point they're going to come in at. So it's going to be interesting. But what do you think, dude?
Yeah, when you're seeing all this news dropping, it's always fascinating. I don't know. I am still very cautious and curious about what 2026 is going to look like for the industry as a whole. This is a ripple in a larger river, and so it's a sign of the time, is what I'll say. But no, well, I think 2026 we're gonna have headlines. We've made a lot of predictions. I have them saved, and I can't wait to revisit them when we get to
it. we got those.
I can't wait. That's all I can say.
Predictions set. Yeah. They also announced a VR headset, but it's not my thing. I mean, I always say it's not my thing until I try it. I mean, they're cool. I mean, I've tried the Meta when it came out, when it was Oculus. So
yeah.
I tried that and that was cool, but I don't know. After the Mario thing with like the headset on your face, I don't know how I feel about that.
And that was AR too.
That was AR, yeah. It looked cool though. Like it looked like cool. Luigi was riding next to me, and it's like, oh no, there's like Ludwig. It's like I got to throw a shell at him, and I got to look at him, and I forgot to look, and my shell went nowhere. So it was cool. It was cool. I enjoyed it. We had a good time. But yeah, man. That's what we got next Saturday. Like I said, Saturday we're gonna be at Free Play. Next week, no show. We're gonna take Thanksgiving week off, and then we will come back to start wrapping up for the year, sir. How about that?
Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking with us. I hope you all have enjoyed our show today. Make sure to stay tuned, stay subscribed to our podcast, No Load Time, on podcast platforms of your choice, on SoundCloud, Spotify, Amazon Music. Find us, subscribe to us, write reviews. We're on YouTube. If you're watching us, No Load Time, it's No Load Time altogether on YouTube. You can drop a comment, like the videos. We'd really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, obviously. Follow us on social media at No Load Time. It's at No Load Time. Additionally, you can support the show financially on Patreon, patreon.com/no load time. That's patreon.com/no load time. And, as low as $1 a month, you can support the show. Shout out to producer Tony.
Let's go.
And we look forward to seeing you guys on our next one. Obviously, again, stay tuned for content from Free Play Florida.
Yep.
And we'll be back after the Thanksgiving break.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you again next time.